Hi mummies, welcome to the stretching routine. Now this routine is suitable throughout all trimesters and it's really just to correct the postural changes that occur during your pregnancy. For instance, as you get heavier and heavier in your second and third trimester, you have all this weight going forward. So what happens is we get this slumping of the shoulders and everything's pushing forward. So what we really need to do is to correct that. So we're going to do some stretching and some strengthening exercises in a separate video to correct those postural changes and to help with delivery. So the first thing I want you to do is to start to practice perfect posture. Just be aware of your posture and how you're carrying yourself. It's very easy to do this because that's how we want to react to the baby's weight. So what I want you to do is first of all, stand with your feet hip width apart, and I want you to imagine there's a body zipper, okay? So you're starting from your feet, you've got nice even weight through your feet, and you start to stand up really, really tall, just like a zipper going up your midline. Someone's lifting you up from the crown of your head all the way up. Roll your shoulders back and down and just try and hold that. So ideally, that's going to be your perfect posture. Nice chin, shoulders back and down, weight evenly through your feet. Okay, so that's practicing perfect posture so we're not slumped over. Correcting that, shoulders back, chest out, feet nice and even, good weight through your hips and your stomach. Moving on, we talk about neutral spine a lot, so that's once again making sure that you've got that perfect posture, holding a neutral spine so you're not sticking your hips out or sticking them too far forward. Nice neutral spine happening there. Rolling our shoulders back and down, big stretch, because keep in mind that a lot of the time throughout the day our shoulders are forward, so we want to roll them back 10 times and forward 10 times. And of course we want to hold it in that back position. So imagine your shoulder blades are rolling back and down. So your shoulder blades are pressing inwards towards your spine. There. That's called scapular retractors, and they're going back and down. So making sure your shoulders aren't lifted or forward, back and down. So whenever I say shoulders back and down, that's what I mean. Our next stretch is going to take us into a forward raise and a chest stretch. So we're going to take our shoulders back and down, lift our arms straight up in front of us. So as you can see, they're just shoulder width apart. So forward raise, all the way up, keeping our shoulders back and down the entire time, all the way up, straight up in the air. It should start to hurt right about there. Opening up your chest, opening up your shoulders. And then we're going to take it from this raise into a nice wide position. And then around into a chest stretch. Try and interlock your fingers or hold your hands. Once again, keeping your shoulders back and down. Perfect posture. And hold that for about 5 seconds. Excellent work. We're going to relax that and do that again. Ideally, you want to be doing it 5 times. So there's our forward raise into our wide stretch, holding it here for a moment, and then into our chest stretch. So what we're doing is we're opening up all this section through here, which is traditionally forward with the weight of the baby. So forward raise, up tall, nice perfect posture into a wide stance, bringing it around into a chest stretch there. While you're here, some people like to do a little neck stretch, gently taking the neck from one side and into the other side, keeping those shoulders down, making sure nothing's hitching up. Beautiful. Excellent. Shake it out. Have a little drink of water. Remember to always drink water whenever you need to. Even though we're just doing stretching, keep hydrated. Now that we're nice and hydrated, we're going to take it into a seated position. You can use an exercise ball for this, or you can just use a chair. So either or, whatever you have handy. I'm going to use the exercise ball because it's a little bit more challenging for your balance, and really forces you to switch your core on a little bit more. And as us preggos know, we do tend to lose our balance and coordination a little bit as we get more and more pregnant. So keep the ball near a wall though, just for a backup. It's always good to have. So sitting up nice and tall, we're going to take it into some lower body stretches. The first stretch we're going to do is a hamstring stretch. So sit, once again, practicing that perfect posture, sitting up nice and tall from the pelvis, shoulders back and down. Extend one leg out in front and flex your toe towards you, okay? Flex your toe towards you, still got that perfect posture. And walk it down, walk it down, walk it down, wherever you can reach, okay? Could be your mid-calf if you're super flexible. You can go for your toe. Now keeping in mind that we do have relaxin going through our bodies, so pregnant women are also usually a little bit more flexible than what they normally are. Just make sure you ease into the stretch. Hold the stretch for a good 30 seconds if you can. And just keep in mind that as you get more and more pregnant, this supporting leg may need to go out a little bit wider to accommodate for your belly, your beautiful belly. Holding it there, rolling it back up. Nice weight transfer, balance transfer as we do the other leg. Perfect posture, up tall, moving from the pelvis, rolling down, stretching through. Now you will feel this stretch down the back of the legs here, okay? So that's where you should be feeling it. And back to the center. From here, we're going to take it into a glute stretch. So we're going to feel this neck stretch here. A little bit of a balance transfer here. Good to have a wall handy for this one. So we're going to take it onto one leg. Sitting up tall. Now I feel that stretch just doing this position. Okay. If you're not feeling confident, this is a good one to do just in a chair because you do have the extra challenge of the ball there. So sitting up tall, once again, I'm feeling it already. If you do want to make it a little bit more intense, you can lean forward from the hips, and you can also pop an elbow on that knee there and lean forward that way. I'll just do the other side and I'll show you from the side so you can see exactly what I'm doing. Sitting up tall, weight transfer, ankle onto your knee, a little bit of pressure through the glute, leaning forward to intensify that stretch. Not sure if I just made that word up, but I have a special dictionary. Truly special dictionary of words. And release there. So the glutes tend to get a little bit tight, as do the hamstrings and the hip flexors, because of the pressure on our lumbar spine. So what we're doing is we're stretching those out. Speaking of the hip flexors, we're going to take that next stretch into a hip flexor stretch. You can keep your ball handy for support, or you can put it to the side there. You want to put your knee under your hip, shoelaces to the floor, front leg, nice 90-degree angle there. And all you're going to do is drop your hip down toward the ground until you feel a nice stretch through this hip here. You can pop your arms up for extra balance and holding it. Breathing all the time. Remember to keep breathing. And another stretch for the hip flexor. Do exactly the same thing, but this time you tuck your pelvis under. You're not going to get as far, but still a great stretch and a good variant of that exercise, of that stretch. So pelvis tucked under, going down, not getting as low this time. Arms up, holding it here, breathing through it. Never good for pregnant ladies to hold their breath. You want to breathe, feed the baby some oxygen, and release. And of course, we carefully switch feet. Once again, grabbing onto that wall or the ball if you need to. Setting yourself up, perfect posture. Leaning through the hip, all that weight forward. Arms up, breathing. Inhale, exhale down. Come back, going into the second stretch. Tuck that pelvis under. And down. Of course, you want to hold this stretch a little bit longer than what I am. I'm just showing you for demonstration purposes. Excellent. And release. From here, we're going to take it into a little bit of a yoga pose. So all the time, we keep practicing that perfect posture. Feet are touching each other and you've got a nice diamond shape with your knees. Now, if you're not as flexible, simply take your feet out a little bit further in front of you. So if you get here and you're like, this feels really awkward, just take those feet out in front. Sitting up tall, put a little bit of pressure and lean forward. Good for delivery practice here to open up your hips. You do want to be careful though, because you do have some stretching ligaments because of the relaxin going through your body. So you want to make sure that you're not overstretching at all. Just stretch to comfort, a little bit of discomfort, but no more. So it shouldn't be painful, just a little bit of discomfort. And relax. Now the other thing that happens when we're pregnant is we get sometimes it's called calf pump. Because of all the extra blood volume we have in our body, a lot of it's going to our calves and you get swollen feet, swollen ankles, swollen calves. As I said before, you can flex your toe towards you, do a calf stretch. Or you can also grab a towel around the ball of your foot, sitting up tall, and really get stuck into that calf muscle and flex that toe and pull the towel back toward you. Other leg. Still got as perfect posture as I can, really flexing that toe toward me and relax. From our calf stretch, we're going to take it into a beautiful back stretch. This is one of my favorite stretches. You can use the ball, but you don't have to have a ball for this. I just like it because it assists in the lengthening. Most importantly, you want to keep your backside on your heels. Once again, as you get bigger and bigger, you're going to have to widen your knees apart to allow for your belly to go down. So we're going to grab the ball. Backside stays on our heels, so our hips stay down. Perfect posture. I know you're going to get sick of me saying that. We pop our hands on the ball and we simply roll out the ball, stretching, breathing, keeping our backside down. You're going to feel this stretch all the way through here, opening through the scapula and also the lower back. If you feel confident, you can walk that ball out just a little bit further. And another good stretch from here is to take one arm under, keep it on the ground, looking under your arm. And of course, you want to swap sides. Now, if you don't have a ball, nice and simply, you just do it on the ground. Same thing, nice little twist. That'll take it up a little bit into the stretch there, breathing through it. Keeping your palms on the ground and back. And nice little cat camel to finish. Just to loosen everything up, let your pelvis drop, chin up, and then reverse it. So come up into a nice big arch, lengthening through your spine, rolling up from your shoulders, one vertebra at a time. One more because it feels so good. Drop it down. And then rotate from the pelvis all the way up into a nice big cat stretch. Whew. And there you go. Your general stretching routine is done. I hope you got something out of it. I'll see you next time.